Ladies and gents, guys and gals, friendly femmes and fellows all. Last time around, before the weekend, we ended our episode on a bit of a crash. And then, shocked was I to discover that after that, I had not ensured to go back to the autosave and then save the game from there. So I had to replay basically the events of last turn. And having done so, I will now give you a brief little episode of, well, brief, it's going to be about 40 minutes long, I believe, where we basically get on with it. We have found a suitable husband for one of our daughters here in the Woodland realm, so we'll accept him. The heartlands of the Haradrim are expanding, and we have received a gift from the council. Other than that, just to recap the events of last time, we defended Thranduil's halls on a bridge battle where we annihilated Isengard and showed the might of the Hinadar, and it looks like we'll have to do so again. We took Khandum in the west, and we have started converting these mountainous regions to elven culture. And we also seem to have Lord Skull coming in with his signature dark blades. And he is then what, the factionaire? Indeed he is. The factionaire of Angmar, who really is up against it otherwise. They have been they're beleaguered, shall we say, by Ranger Captain Halbarad of the North, the factionaire of the Northern Dunedain, with a battle-hardened army for the ages. And they have thus moved out of their capital, perhaps to... yeah. Oh, and the dwarves are at the in Angsul. And last time I checked, the Valesmen were besieging Mount Graham, but that might no longer be the case because it doesn't show up here. It's not under siege. So yay! And then they have Norvorok, which of course borders, I'd imagine, both the Northern Dunedain here in Udanarath and yeah. And then the Anduin Vale over here. So Angmar is really up against it, and this should be the last legs of their invasion campaign against us. If not, they're making a horrible mistake. If they take that army out of their capital and just send it over here, that would be folly. Folly, folly, folly. Okay, we've got an armourer at Mount Gundabad, which is nice. Berserk's got an armourer. So, make some public baths and see if our culture increases. In the meantime, we're training units all over the place. Hinadar and Erendolan, that's nice. What have we got here? Oh, we can retrain Aldrich. Yeah, let's do that after we have taken those guys out. Ooh, and Wythe turns on Breeland, and thus also turn their back on the High Elves. So now they're at war with the Dunlendings, with Isengard, with Bree. They might go to war with the High Elves, and their allies with Gondor. This is why Eldwythe is an interesting faction, because it can bring about some weird geopolitical situations, to say the least. So that's fun to see. Okay, let's take him on, and we have Nosdalian, our newly in-wed commander, who respects the enemy. Well, will he respect them after this? I wonder. So we'll save it. I'll have to make more of a habit of that now. Didst thou think that the eyes of the White Tower were blind? Nay, I have seen more than you know. Nay, I have seen. And yet another bridge battle. So, yeah. I guess we all know the drill by this point, don't we? Let's take... What are you doing all over there? Come on, get in there. These orcs of Isengard are nothing to be afeared of. Okay. I think I'll just take these three. You can stand there, fire at the enemy, and command our troops to glory. These fellows, they'll stay at the back. I don't want their units eradicated. If for no other reason than that retraining them takes 1 turn and training them from scratch takes 3 or 4 turns depending on the unit. So, you know, if I can save a turn, I definitely will. And we have our artist over there. Our horse archers over there. And, that is indeed, as they say, the way. Let's put our Bogard over here. Let's have them run. Woodland Sentinels, they can go in over here. You guys, go there. And, oh, of course. I was almost about to forget. Stand in a nice horseshoe and just make it all better, right? Make it all better. That's what we elves do. We make it all better. Indeed. Reclaim our forests we must. And Hinadawa, how are you doing? Slam, 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 slam the ram. Oh. I mean, yeah. I almost feel bad for these orcs. They're just being railroaded by their masters into fighting battles that they have no chance of winning. And the man who would have sent them
if we continue like this,
to
we
battle.
will smash the enemy.
Saruman himself has already been killed in the initial wave of the invasion, and here come these stragglers a few months down the line, just
only half the enemy force remains.
Desperately trying to make it across a river that I have no intention of letting them cross. It's not fun being these forces of Isengard. I have to, one has to think. They must feel rather depressed about their whole situation. Their whole sitch. Oh dear. 2% allies killed. 86% enemy killed. Yeah. Okay. We have some bodyguard units there, so let's focus our fire on those. That's gonna be lovely, and we're gonna speed it up a bit because we know how this is gonna go. Let's speed it up to 3, shall we? Yeah, 6 is too much. We'll take it down. I mean, really. Oh, more units. Oh, they have some archers, maybe? Oh, no. Nothing left. All that remains. For us to do is charge them and take them down. And here come the elves, running across the bridge, hunting them down for transgressing upon these hallowed lands.
We're awed by the victory we have won here today.
Celebrate, my men, celebrate. Come on, do it. Do it. I want you to... No. They refuse to celebrate, apparently. Hinadawa, killing as much as the rest of them combined, it seems. Yeah. Making a competition of it at this point is just wholly unfair. That unit is... decidedly impressive in bridge battles. I mean, sometimes I have fun with catapults and ballistae in siege battle, in bridge battles, but the Hinadawa, they are just monsters. Simply because they don't do nearly the damage of a ballista bolt. They don't have the insta-kill effect, but they pierce the enemy, and with their numbers and their range and the rate of their fire, they just are so damn deadly. Okay. Shall we take out the army and face Skuld in the battle as he so kindly suggests that we do? Why not? Why not take Nostalian out and have him...
Come, my brothers. For the light.
Oh.
My lord. For
Oh
the
no.
light.
Okay.
My lord. For the light.
Are they back to full? Nice. They didn't even lose a man in that battle. That's nice. Okay. Let's take all but those, I think. And Rohirrim. And just say hello. Hello, Lord Skuld. You are a fine commander. And I am not, so you must surely have the upper hand. You even have superior numbers. Right? Right? Right, Lord Skuld? Don't you think you can win this? Against this newbie general? Well, of course, this newbie general does carry the Middle-earth equivalent of a flame-throwing unit. They'll just blaze right through your lines from afar, but hey, you totally have a chance in this. Honest. And that shall be our main archer line. And we even have a slight hill. That's nice. Oh, you know what? Let's move these guys back. Just to keep them out of harm's way. Heavily armored front units in front. Okay. Then we have these guys, and they'll just... I'll form them up like this, I think. And then we have horse archers on the left. We have the Arthericon on the right. And then we have, of course, also on the left, to take advantage of where their shields are not, the Hinadawa. and they shall run over there. These guys will put you like that, and that, and that, and that shall be lovely. Okay, Authoricon, move over to the flank, and we'll see if we can get some good charges in on those dark blades, because as good archers as they are, and as high melee attackers they get, they don't have that high defense stats, so a charge from these guys should be able to do a number on them. As long as they're not decimated by arrow fire, so let's keep them in loose formation for now. Okay. Thralls are heading for you. Well, just do nothing and disappear into the grasslands, please. I would love it if you do that. And you do. Wonderful. Let's put... Ooh, Barrow-wights. Yeah, I might want to put those guys under fire. Let me see. They have 7 armor and defense skill of 14, but 2 hit points. So, yes. Okay. And where did that dark blades go? They have basically gone into the midst of their forces. Okay, but we shall target the Barrow-wights with some arrow fire from the flank. They shall love it, I'm sure. Okay, horse archers. Are they just gonna stand there and trade archer fire with elves? That is the most insane decision I can imagine. That's Minecraft warriors, why not? And dark blades. Shoot them, please. Savages. Let's wait. What are they doing? This is I mean, are they suffering from PTSD and just going right out of their minds due to the intense pressure that the whole nation is under? Is that it? Because I can find no other logical in-world explanation for what I'm seeing here. Either that or Med 2 is balked, but hey, maybe it's both, really. Just running back and forth. Okay, now they might be coming at us. I think they're all moving in the same direction, people. They're all moving in the same... No. Well, kind of. They're about as military unified as a sack of potatoes hitting the ground. It's really bizarre to see. But, okay. Hinadawa, shoot those thralls, don't you? Won't you? Come on. Slam, 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 slam to ram.
They have lost half their men.
That's the Hinadawa effect, if anyone's interested. Oh dear. Okay. Horse archers shooting them in the back, and they are simply not reacting to it at all. That's... The dark blades have been reduced to 29. Ooh, we have some Ruda Huskars. Why not shoot a bit at them? Okay. Anyone shooting at these guys? Yes, you. Okay, stop shooting. Start shooting the Barrow-wights, please. And then we shall have our Thuricon charge into the Dark Blades, because we have softened them up quite enough, I think. They should be ripe for a cavalry charge. Come on, someone hit that guy. Lord Skull. He's right there. Get him. Thank you.
The enemy general lies dead. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
That did pretty well. Start shooting again. Okay. And the thralls are trying to get near the Hinadawa. And now they're not trying anymore. Okay. Ooh. The Rudar savages tried to actually do something about the horse archers right behind them, and they're running away. Oh well. Who shall we shoot? I mean, Hinadawa really... Who's even still fighting? Barrow Whites, I suppose? Somewhere. They're nowhere near our line, if that is, so... if that's the case. Let's just run down some troops, I guess. Where are they? Where is the last vestige of their army? Darkblades. One remaining. Okay. But no more. Okay. Which further begs the question of who's still is fighting. There maybe. No, that's a routing savage. No, someone is still fighting. Someone is still fighting. 97% of them have died or been captured. Is it simply because the last unit that is just running along with these others?
The enemy army
Okay, there we go.
Pursue and run them down.
Whoever had to die has died. Okay, let's just end it.
This is a clear victory.
2% casualties. 31. Oh my dear. Hinadawa again claiming top spot, even despite them not being in the best of tactical use in this battle. But, you know, they did well regardless, because that's what they do. But every archer unit got nice kills here. So that's good. Courage will now be your best defense against the storm that is at hand. Or something. Because I believe we have just averted the storm pretty effectively. There is still a Mordor invasion army lurking around in the bottom, in the south of Mirkwood. But they'll need to bring something better than just orcs to even make a dent in our forces. So.
Choice, my lord.
Go away.
We've
If you
defeated their
please.
wretched armies. Sire.
I mean, I kind of want to just catch them on a bridge battle if that's possible. They've probably gone through... Are they going through Dale's lands? They might be. But for now, we're going to rotate our generals. So you go to Ostengale. And Durian the Handsome, you continue on towards Irendolin. And when you reach that in 3 turns, we'll take Tesdaron the Handsome and send him on to some of the northern provinces. I'm sure he'll love it there. Because we do have provinces without governance, don't we? Yes, Gundabad. Gundabad could do with a governor. And then eventually we'll also want to take Legolas out of Khondum, but I mean, there's really no need for him to go anywhere. Unless we want to snatch up Barkaleg from under the noses of the Dunedain. Oh dear, yeah. As we can see, Khan'Dûm is in no shape for him to leave on a permanent basis yet, so 70%, I'll just hope that they end up not fighting. Which is at least a possibility. But with that done, I think we should just
My lord.
end the turn, I suppose. Let's see, can you go to... You can go to the stallion, and from there you can go into Thranduil's halls and get free upkeep. And maybe an armor bonus? Yes. Wonderful. Okay. That's gonna be that. Spine Noverclaw. What are we going to see? We are going to see... Fyongkan. Okay. Nothing too special about that. They just have a battle-ridden force that is waiting for death at the hands of three powerful factions. Angmar is doing poorly, but it shall be interesting to see what happens when they are gone, because once there is an evil power vacuum in a region, sometimes the good nations start fighting among themselves, and that can lead to some interesting things. For instance, we might be thrust into conflict with the Vale of the Anduin. That would be fun. I'd welcome that. And we can take, they do hold one of Mirkwood's regions, so if we could take that, you know. And Beyond's woods and all those lovely regions, that'll be quite good. I'd like that. Oh, we have a Mordor presence at Thranduil's halls, but a decidedly minor one that is going to cause us no grief whatsoever. I should think so, anyway. Thramorian, but he succeeded, so... Eredluin prospers. Indeed, they do. Thranduil's Halls has a valiant council hall. We shall make a merchant's quarter, and just, yeah, tick off the last improvement boxes, basically.
Yes, my lord.
Hindadar. Don't we have an Aldrin plate in this? No, I suppose we don't. We have Elven plate, that's as high as we go in normal towns. But I would be interested in capturing, for instance, Erebor, and seeing if we could steal some advanced armor from them. That could be pretty nice. But here we have the Witch King of Angmar coming with utter garbage for an army. I'm so sorry. Ah, and that's such a shame because he has a great bodyguard. He's one of the best bodyguards in the game, and it's just squandered out here with practically nothing to support it. And he's also one of the best generals, and he's feared, and he's one of the only generals in the game as of now that can actually have the fear trait. And I mean, yeah, such a waste, I suppose.
Yes, my lord.
But hey, what the hoo-ha? Let's give him a volley. Ah.
I'm gonna stick you.
And the feared becomes a feared himself. Now let's see. Let's just go by the roadside, I suppose.
Come, my brothers.
Yeah.
Engage.
Hello, Witch King of Angmar. I mean, how many evil powerhouse generals will we be able to kill through this invasion? The AI has really just botched the whole invasion effort. If all the armies had come at once, they would probably have been able to take it, but they've just drip-fed them through the entire world. And I suppose that's also a function of how far away they all are. But, I mean, sending off the Witch King of Angmar with less than 1,000 orcs to support him is just... that seems insane to me. Okay. I mean, they basically they have a few archers, but they're so bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with this. Oh. And like that. That looks like a solid line. Okay, and then we're gonna have our general over here. But you know, I'm going to flank him with the Elven King's Guard because that seems appropriate. Like that. So they are melee powerhouses. They can protect the Hinadara from a cavalry attack if need be, because I mean they have bonus against the black mounts of the Ulari, so that's good. And these other fellows, they can protect the main archer line. Do. And then we'll have these guys on the right, ready to pounce when they see them. So, but they have chosen to start on the hill, out of range, which I shall make full use of. So I will actually pull my forces back to this hill. Put these guys over there. And like that. And like that. And like that. Good. And then we shall use our cavalry archers to bait them, basically. And they are on the run. I mean, they could make it easier for us if they tried. So let's just try to follow them and see where their bodyguard is. And he's running over there. And you know what? I welcome it. Ah, Witch King of Angmar. Hello, my little witchy friend. What do you know about elven bows, I wonder? Very little, apparently, since you use the tactics that you do. But, let's... I'm feeling generous, so I'm going to give you a lesson in elven archery cheese. Like that. Ah. Okay, and they have started firing on the enemy sellswords, apparently, which is okay. They can do that, but the real target is over here, the Temple Knights. How fast are they? They are 100% speedies, which suits me fine because that means I can outrun them slightly, ever so slightly. With 110% speed mounts. Go on. Let's bring him down. Or at least put holes in them. Man, they're heavily armored actually. They're standing like 20 feet away from them. Okay, now they're firing back at us. Well. Good we have... It's good we have armor upgrades though. It means we'll minimize our losses, but... Wow, those Temple Knights, they're just taking it. They do an armor stat of 17, which I suppose does explain their hardiness. Okay, if we're going to bait them, we'll need to target more squishy troops. They have some halberds there. Okay. Let's shoot them up a bit. Come on. Yeah, that's a quirk of the game that I don't really like. It's if you have grouped some units up, then for some bizarre reason, whenever you just tell them to fire, they'll go on just fire at will mode and target whatever they want, rather than what you wanted them to target. And I suppose it's there to enable you to just take a whole group of archers and click once and have them fire at different targets that seem to suit their angle at the time. But the result is that if you want to micromanage your archers, you'll have to really damn thoroughly micromanage them and just take them, not necessarily one by one, but just make sure that you don't have them all selected at any given time, and then click attack. Click them to attack, because otherwise they'll just not do as you tell them to, and it's, yeah. So that's worth keeping in mind, that if you feel like you have a hard time ordering your archers around, that might be why. So that's a heads up for all of you out there. Okay. So they have decided against just leaving their archers to die, sending halberds and sellswords back. And orc hosts, most of their infantry actually, so let's just run away from them. Shoot whatever on the way back. Now we're starting to get their cavalry in range. Their temple knights are coming into the fore. The first arrows of the Hinadar land. Oh, Jesus! Oh, decimated them pretty damn well and good. Okay, they're gonna need some help, so let's just those over there, the Hinadara. We must have lost a few to friendly fire. That's too bad.
Like this, we will smash
the Ardrith, they are doing quite well against those Temple Knights actually, so maybe those Axe Guard aren't as warranted. They lost only a couple. The wonders. The wonders of elven armor. Okay. It's just a hail of arrows arrayed against him. And there he comes, the Witch King himself. Oh, and he's trying to make it into the archer line, and ooh, he actually makes it. Just that single one charges right into the Woodland Sentinels, and now he's going to be attacked by Axemen. I think that's going to be the appropriate response to this situation. All other archers, stop firing, please. You stop well.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Lest we shoot our sentinels, and I don't think they would approve of such a tactic. That's it. Go right in there. Do they have bonus against them? Not as such, but they are.
Good
At
tidings.
least.
The enemy general lies
There he
dead.
goes. The Witch King of Angmar has
The battle is
died.
very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Okay. And here comes some Morannon Guard, or as they might be called, Moronic Guard, because they're just walking straight into archer fire. Orc host, I did kind of lose sight of my horse archers there for a moment. Which actually means we're going to take some losses from this battle. And that is upsetting to me, but hey. Hey, hey. As the Wood Elves, I tend to disregard almost all units that are not foot archers. And I know that's probably a bad way to play, all things considered,
the battle
but
is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
But just having that unbroken archer line raining death and destruction upon the enemy. What do we have there? Soul swords. Meet the Hinidara. That's going to be fun. You guys don't get entangled with halberds. They will. Okay, they'll apparently still lose, but they'll take so many with you. It's just not worth it. So let's run you back. Just go there. The Hinidara effect taking hold. And our elite heavy archers joining in. Let's move up these guys. I mean, there's really nothing that can challenge them at this point. So we might as well just put an end to this evil, as the voices seem to suggest. And the soul swords are crushed. Okay, what does remain? Maulers. Speed up the time a bit. Let's get into position and find us some orcish flesh to shoot. Okay, we're getting closer and let's fire. Come on, people. Slam, slam, slam. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. You came so close to doing something. And there's an elven archer line. They will love to meet you. And here's the Hinidara.
The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
Yeah, okay. Let's just call it over.
This is a clear victory.
Hinidara, horse archers. You know, a nice victory. We did defeat the Witch King of Angmar, but it seems kind of anticlimactic to take him down in this fashion. I feel so bad. I feel as if I'm enabling an addict, an invasion addict. I just keep sending on troops in the vain hope of capturing Thranduil's halls, and what they will do with it if they take it, I have no idea. They'll probably just lose it in 3 turns, because that's... Then I'll just rock up with a lot of reserve elves. But they just keep sending on troops and troops and troops in the vain hope of just hitting that high, and I'm not going to let them hit that high. Oh. Okay. Now, what I want to do is retrain the units that I can. We will... Next turn, perhaps we'll be able to queue up the Elven King's Guard for retraining. That'll be nice. And then I will, in a few turns, I think I will send an army through the lands of Lorien. Do we have military access? Indeed we do. So,
Come, my brothers.
yeah, and Khan Doom stayed docile. Erdlun have taken Angsul. The Angmar is cowering in Barkaleg, and yeah, they still hold Mount Graham, but they're under siege again. Yeah. And then I kind of want to just march on the Black Gate with an army of elven excellence. I guess that'd be fun, wouldn't it? See if we can provide a bit of moral support for Gondor's war for survival. Moral as well as military support, of course. It's gonna be so ever so wonderful. But for now, I think I'm going to end it upon starting the next turn, because I'm off to have lunch in a few minutes. And I shall have to make it myself. So, I don't have the most time in the world to spend today, but it's been a good episode. We've had a few battles, built up our forces, consolidated our holdings, and laid a plan for the future. And I hope you have enjoyed the Khazad-dûm campaign, which has come underway here over the weekend. And I shall be returning to that next time. This Wood Elven campaign is merely just for the fun of shooting a lot of orcs at this point. Bribe ascended, Hornburg sieged. So Isengard still is a bit of a factor. Handion is improving, but Amathor is in the company of a master craftsman. Always a nice thing. Yes. So we can retrain a lot of wonderful, wonderful forces. Dorlingvar. Wonderful, wonderful news. Army barracks or armor? Let's go for an army barracks and then an armorer. Then Hall of Culture. And the rest. It's all going to be spiffin'. Okay. Durian the Handsome,
Like the wind.
making it further towards Erendorlen. It's nice.
Stay alert.
Erendorlen itself is just kind of hopping along, getting a bit of population growth. And nothing much will happen there until it does. Except, of course, for the training of elite elven archers. But yes, I do believe indeed that this will be the end of today's episode. Next time, I believe we'll be facing Othnak. Next time we return to the Woodland Realm, at least. But yes, Othnak, he has come with an army of, well, infantry from the look of things here. Ooh, and trolls. Okay, so this army might actually prove slightly more challenging than not at all. But in order to truly see whether that is the case, we shall have to wait till next time. And so I bid you all a wonderful day, and farewell.